Okay, folks, buckle up because today we are diving deep into some Chinese folklore.
Sounds exciting.
We're going to be looking at the legend of the white snake.
Ah, a classic.
It is. And you know what's even more interesting is our source material this time is really just like a small fragment from an ancient text that mentions the story.
You know, it's amazing how these little snippets, these little breadcrumbs, can lead you to such a rich, a rich history and culture.
Exactly right. It's
Yeah,
like it just sparks your curiosity. You want to know more.
absolutely.
So for those who might not be familiar with this particular legend, can you give us kind of like a quick rundown of the story?
Yeah, so imagine a powerful serpent spirit.
Okay.
This serpent spirit is named Bai Suzhen, and she has the ability to transform into a beautiful woman.
Whoa.
And she falls head over heels for a human, this guy named Xian, and they start a life together.
Oh, that sounds like a fairy tale.
It does have that fairy tale element to it, but of course there's always a twist, right?
There's got to be.
There's this monk Fahai who sees Bai Suzhen for who she truly is, this serpent spirit, and considers her a threat. And he tries to separate the couple.
Talk about a third wheel.
Right. So it becomes this really exciting mix of romance and adventure and this constant battle against forces that are trying to tear them apart.
Wow, I have to admit, the idea of a serpent spirit transforming into a human is pretty wild.
It is, and it's a common theme that you see throughout Chinese folklore, this idea of shape shifting.
Really?
Yeah, this constant interplay between the human world and the spirit world. It's all about this belief in the power of nature. You know, this kind of like blurred line between different realms of existence.
So it's not just a love story. It's like a window into how people viewed the world way back when.
Exactly. It's a reflection of their cosmology,
Right.
And there are all these really interesting layers to the story, like Buddhist philosophy is woven into the narrative.
Like what kind of stuff?
Well, you see ideas of karma and compassion and the idea that your actions have consequences all playing out in this really captivating way.
That's deep.
It is. And even though it's a fantastical story, these moral lessons resonate really deeply within Chinese culture.
I could see that. So what are some of the key takeaways from this legend that you think we should all kind of keep in mind?
Well, one of the big ones is this idea that love can defy boundaries.
Yeah.
I mean, Bai Suzhen and Xian, their love story challenges social norms, right?
Right.
It challenges the very idea of separation between human and the supernatural.
I like that. It's like a reminder that love can pop up in the most unexpected places.
Exactly. And another key theme is this idea of perseverance, never giving up even when things get tough.
Like resilience.
Exactly. Bai Suzhen goes through so much in this story. She faces all these obstacles,
Right.
but she never gives up on her love for Xian.
That's powerful.
It is. It's a story about hope and determination, even when things look bleak.
Wow. So for someone listening who maybe isn't familiar with Chinese folklore, what do you think they should take away from all of this?
I think it's an invitation,
Yeah.
an invitation to explore a different culture through its stories.
Yeah.
Folklore is such a powerful way to understand a society's values, its beliefs, its history.
Totally.
And the legend of the white snake. It gives us this glimpse into Chinese culture, its fascination with the supernatural, these timeless tales of love and sacrifice.
I agree. And it makes you think about the stories we have in our own cultures, right? The ones that have been passed down for generations. What do they tell us about our own heritage and our values?
That's a great question.
Yeah. And maybe exploring something like the legend of the white snake might inspire someone to, delve into those stories in their own backyard.
I hope so.
Me too.
It's a journey worth taking.
Absolutely.